If you have an interest in horses and love learning more about horses, the horse industry, teaching, or even managing your own horse business, then you're in the right place. We would love you to join us on our mission, which is to improve the lives of horses around the world through the education of riders, handlers, and trainers. So get comfortable, listen in, and enjoy.
As an instructor, do you insist that all beginner riders have approved helmets when they ride? We've all heard riders complain that helmets are too hot, too uncomfortable, and don't give the protection that they're supposed to. And some riders even say that helmets are for jumping and dangerous activities and they don't plan to fall off. And some may even say that, well, I'm over 18, so I'm legally an adult, and they just don't want to wear a helmet, and they say that's their choice. But remember, the primary purpose of a helmet is to safeguard the rider's head against potential injuries in the event of a fall or impact. Head injuries can be severe and life-altering, making the protection offered by helmets critical. And a properly fitting helmet provides a cushioning barrier that absorbs and disperses the forces of an impact, reducing the risk of a head trauma. So let's look at the scientific research. In a Queensland University project of 187 riders, they found that traumatic brain injury was the most common injury sustained from falls from horses, and riders who wore helmets had significantly less traumatic brain injury and shorter stays in hospital compared to those that didn't. So that's just one of the many research projects that examined accidents with horses and who came to the conclusion that helmets should be worn. Most competitors, or most competitions, and also occupations within the horse industry have made helmets mandatory, and almost all states and territories in Australia have legislated that new and beginner horse riders are to wear helmets. I haven't found any research that shows helmets for horse riding aren't effective, but if you have and you know of any, then please let me know. So your role as an instructor, and this is whether you're paid or not, puts you in the position of being the expert and having a duty of care to your riders. Social influence itself can encourage many riders to wear helmets. So if you and your students wear helmets, then it becomes normal. And then when a new rider comes to you for lessons, they're more likely to wear a helmet, even without all the excuses they previously had. Many riders also, especially if they're nervous, they admit that they feel safer because they've got a helmet on. So they're able to focus on their lessons and the enjoyment they feel from horse riding if they wear a helmet. So avoid the risk. Make sure you provide correctly fitting helmets for your riders, and as an instructor, you have a duty of care to keep your students safe. Yes, you will need a variety of sizes, but these are a cost of doing business and can be used by multiple individual riders within the same day or the same week, and you can allocate this cost over several years. So let's celebrate the bond between horse and rider without compromising safety. Make the use of helmets for you and your students a non-negotiable elements of responsible riding and responsible teaching. And then that way we can all enjoy the magic of horses for many years to come. Now, if you're interested, or someone you know is interested in teaching people how to ride or any other career within the horse industry, make sure you download the 101 plus careers in the horse industry at International Horse College. We've got a full colour edition of well over 100 horse industry careers, and they can be downloaded totally free today. That website again is internationalhorsecollege.com, and just look at any of the latest news or blog posts. You can either scroll right down to the bottom of the page on internationalhorsecollege.com or go into where the latest news and blog posts are, and that's just on your right-hand side, and just download it from there. Enjoy the book and let me know what you think.
If you've enjoyed this chat, then please comment, rate and subscribe. If you'd like any changes or recommendations for guests, then please contact us through horsechats.com. And while you're online, have a look at the government-accredited courses at internationalhorsecollege.com. Registered Training Organisation 31352.
Remember that our comments and instructions are general in nature and do not take into consideration your individual horses or your individual ability and circumstances. If you enjoyed this podcast, then please leave your comment below.